Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Bliss Foster, and today we are going to talk about how you should start a YouTube channel about fashion. I started this channel, and I think a lot of y'all watch this channel because fashion journalism in general has moved towards the bare minimum. And I have no intention here of calling anybody out or hating on any publications. There are lots of journalists out there, lots of videos, lots of articles that do a fantastic job and that have really solid information in them. But fashion content, speaking more generally, is moving in a very lackluster direction. There's very little critical analysis, right? And that's really a shame because when we're looking at a really good fashion collection, we get this sneaking suspicion that there's something much bigger at work, that the things that we're immediately picking up on when we look at the collection are just a small piece of the iceberg that's above the water. And fashion journalism doesn't really encourage us to dive into the water and see what else is down there. Most of the time, it's encouraging us to just go for what we can already plainly see about the thing. And to be clear, I don't think this is anyone's fault in particular, the shallow journalism. I think that the internet itself kind of is a format that compels us to go for that bare minimum. I definitely feel this myself when I'm making videos, and I think that larger publications that are responsible to their bosses, those people feel that much more intensely than I do. The internet makes its money through ads, through your clicks. So if you go to a fashion publication's website and you get onto the homepage, you click a certain article, you read that article, maybe you read a fourth of that article, then you click into another one, and by the time you've left that tab, you've clicked 5 different times, they consider that to be a very successful visit for you. You're probably not going to click 5 things on their website if everything is very in-depth, if everything is exploring things in great nuance, and if things are harder to read because they're writing about more complex things. So if the goal is to get you to click on more stuff, then it's always going to be things that are short and easy to digest and surface level in the kinds of things they're talking about. Ultimately, in the offices of these editors and these content creators, whether this is something that we can infer from what they do or whether it's a conscious thought, they believe that we cannot handle more complex writing about fashion. They think that we don't care about the nuanced artfulness of fashion, that we don't care to know the more meaningful and the more complex stuff. But I am so tired of that. I'm tired of lists. I'm tired of surface level interviews with softball questions. I'm tired of trend pieces. I'm tired of 5 ways to wear a white t-shirt. And if I'm right, you are too. When I first started this channel, I felt very threatened by other people in the space who were doing deep dive analyses of runway stuff and fashion as art in general. I had this very silly notion that I wanted to be the only one who was offering this kind of content. But I've realized that this is exactly what I want the future of fashion journalism to be. I want there to be lots of people who are offering these kinds of insights into the world of clothes. I want this community to move away from tweet-sized news updates and celebrity skincare and 11 statement pieces for spring. I want us to move into a place where we're all getting to dive deeper into the artfulness of what these designers are doing. Okay, let's move into the piece of this that I actually really wanted to get to, because ultimately I made this video so that I could offer some brief encouragement to whoever needs to hear it. You can do this too. I'm one person. I don't have any kind of team. I can't cover 100% of the fashion that is coming out. I can't cover 5% of all of the fashion that's coming out. If you're really into Valentino, I want to see you pick apart the nuance of Valentino's Spring/Summer 2004 collection. If you're obsessed with 20471120, I want to learn about that brand from you. You can do this also. I'm gonna share a couple of tips about how to get the ball rolling with a new channel. Most of these honestly just come down to the thought of no excuses, start today. A lot of people get hung up on not understanding the algorithm or needing to study the algorithm before they actually get started. All you need to worry about is high quality content and consistency. And then maybe the biggest excuse that I hear from people who want to start a channel but aren't starting a channel is this idea of, equipment, getting the right equipment or whatever. I filmed up until a year ago, I filmed everything on an iPhone 6S. I was also editing videos in their entirety on an iPhone 6S. I have since upgraded to an iPhone 10s, and now I just edit everything in iMovie on a MacBook. To this day, I have no lighting equipment. I just sit in front of a window that isn't facing east or west, so I have bright indirect light. I sit on the floor because it's easier to set things up like that, and I'm generally more comfortable on the floor. You don't need a camera, you don't need audio equipment, you don't need lights, you don't need a laptop for that matter, you don't need a new phone. Everything that you need is what is already in your possession. As long as you have a smartphone that is operational, you are ready to start a channel. Research, write, film, edit, write a descriptive description, make a thumbnail, publish, promote, repeat. That's it. And to be frank, y'all, if you're wanting to do a channel that dives into the artfulness and the nuance of designer clothes, you don't even need to have a good wardrobe. Just wear a blank black t-shirt, some black jeans, and a black hat. Let that be your thing. Many of us have watched videos before or listened to podcasts where the production value was honestly very, very low. But you know why we watched it or listened to it anyway? Because the content was really high quality. All people care about is high quality content, the things that you're actually saying. We need your work and your thoughts. Come be part of a new kind of fashion journalism. If you don't have any kind of following on any platform ever, the first 1,000 subscribers will be the hardest ones to get. And the best way to go from 0 to 1,000 is to be an active part of an online fashion community that is more nuanced in their approach to clothes. And if you need a really high quality fashion community, the Discord that's part of my Patreon is the best fashion community that I've ever been a part of. It's full of incredibly knowledgeable and incredibly encouraging people. It's basically like a huge fashion friends group chat where everybody really likes to gas each other up. If you want to join that, the link is somewhere on the screen right now. Click it and do it up. Don't make excuses. If you really love this stuff, go start today. Love you all a lot. Talk to you later.